welcome to my vlog. Today we're going to be talking about what I am doing in school right now and what career I'm heading towards. So we'll start off with where I started in this whole process. So in high school, all growing up, I wanted to be a nurse. And, I have always loved blood and all that stuff and helping people. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a nurse. Like, that's what I want to do. So in high school, I did my CNA course and I hated it. And I was just like, this is not what I thought it was. And so I decided that's not what I wanted to do, but that was right before college started. So at the beginning of college, I had no idea where I was going with all of it, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what classes I had to take. Um, I attend BYU, and I didn't know what majors they had. I didn't even really know anything about majors or anything. I just knew I wanted to go there, and I'd figure everything else out down the road. And so I enrolled in this one class called Career Exploration, and basically the point of the class is to just help you figure out what you want to do, what you're good at, and like where those skills and stuff can be applied. Um, and so that's where I started. Okay, so now we are going to talk about what I learned in that class specifically. I learned that school is important because, with the competitive society that we have today, you have to have schooling in order to get a job that you desire and that can pay to provide for your family. The second thing is that grades don't matter as much as experience. Just like the third bullet point says, you need to do internships. Companies would rather hire people who have experience in applying their skills to the workforce to see that they actually can do what they say they can rather than just getting good grades. The fourth thing is people value different things, and this could be money, family time, location, and this can all determine what job they end up taking. Some people won't necessarily go into a field that they major in. They may major in communications but end up doing something in business or whatever. Like I said, I want to do interior design, and that's not a major, but I want to major in business, and so that way I can use those business skills in something else, but it's not necessarily business that I'm doing. There are multiple career options for everybody. If you don't pass a test for one thing that you want to do, there's going to be something else that you'll like. And so don't be super set on one specific thing. Have your mind and options open to other things. And I believe that people can be happy in different kinds of job settings too. I also learned about the kind of personality I have in this class and where those skills and attributes could be applied. And so that was super helpful, especially through the strong inventory test. And so all of these things have helped me kind of decide what I wanted to do and where I can go. Okay, so you guys saw that I learned a lot in that class. And one of the things that was super beneficial for that class was we took a few tests that helped us decide, what we wanted to go into based off of what we were good at and what our interests were. And so the most beneficial one, in my opinion, was the strong inventory test. And so I scored super high in the enterprising, social, and artistic categories. And so this means I have the ability to persuade people into stuff. I'm really good at communicating with people face to face. I love interaction, social interaction. And I'm also creative and like to express myself through that kind of thing, through artistic means. And so the top careers that were recommended to me because of these are categories that I scored super high in were the top 5 were advertising account manager, optician, a buyer, a cosmetologist, and an interior designer. And like I could see myself doing all of those, but the one that really stood out to me was an interior designer just because, I think it would be the most fun. And I also, was like, my mom does this and she's also a mom, so I saw that she could do both. And that was super, super important to me and super, it was just something that I could see myself doing. And so I've always loved houses and decorating and looking. Me and my mom would always go to the Parade of Homes, and I thought that was so fun because you just look at all the pretty houses and see how they're all different and decorated. And so I thought that this career choice was definitely the best one for me. And so I started to look into it and decided to figure out how I would get myself there. in the best way. And so I'll show you guys what I found out. All right, so this is my plan. So I'm going to major in business management and minor in communications. And the reason I want to do this is because business skills could be really good for interior designers because it helps you start your own company if you want to do that. And it also helps you manage the people that you are working with and working for. The reason I would minor in communications is just to be able to have those skills to be able to communicate with others and be able to know how to advertise for myself and be able to find clients and stuff like that. And so I'll go through school and graduate from Brigham Young University, and then I am not planning on going to graduate school. So instead of that, I'm going to work with my mom, who is an interior designer, during the time I'm in school, and also a little bit after that, just so I can gain experience. So that'll be kind of like my internship experience, is working with my mom. And after that, I will either start my own business on my own, or I will start one with my mom. The good thing about starting one on my own is I will be flexible to be able to move wherever I need to with my family. But I do think it would be more fun to start one with my mom because we work so well together and she is also an interior designer, like I said. So that would always be super fun. So there's many different paths that you can take to be an interior designer. You really don't even need to go to school, you just need to get a license. But I think that going to school is a good idea just so you can have that business background, and also if something doesn't work out then you can like back up on that like subject that you majored in or whatever. So this career choice has a ton of flexibility. I would be able to work for myself, and so I would be able to choose when I worked and when I didn't work. And this would be nice because, I could take a few years off to have kids and, raise them, but I could also be going to work appointments when, like in the free time when they're in preschool or whatever. So it would just be super convenient. It's also something fun that I'm interested in. And it's also not a high stress environment because you control it. And I mean, some clients might be a little bit crazy or whatever, but it really is up to you how everything works. And so anyway, there you have it. I just thought I'd let you guys all know kind of what I'm going to and where I'm heading in life. And so basically just a rundown, I'm at BYU. I'm going to major in business management and then minor in communications so I can become an interior designer. And I'm super excited for the future and what it holds. And so thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll see you next week.